Hope, Idaho was as good a testbed as we were ever going to get without losing everything.
And?
This new outbreak is not following the pathology of the virus. Too many infections, too wide a spread, too many surviving entities. Something's different this time.
I know.
It's likely the target is a runner. The last we encountered dragged ass across the southwest United States for weeks, infecting as she went.
Sir, what are our rules of engagement?
Immediately call in air support and artillery. If it attempts to relocate before the strike, shoot with the heaviest gear you have at hand. And if it's still kicking after that, leave it to us.
Look, the last runner took 3 weeks to track down. It hit a podunk bird called Two Bluff, Arizona. No one noticed when the town dried up and blew away. They're clever. The worker bees, the walkers, they just do as they're told. The runners are different. They think.
What about this one?
Her? She's a runner, with nowhere to run.
Sir, the Wiseman team is present and ready for the hunt.
Good. Send in the captain.
Sir, is it true he caught the last runner on his own?
Not caught. Killed.
Hope, Idaho was as good a testbed as we were ever going to get without losing everything.
And?
This new outbreak is not following the pathology of the virus. Too many infections, too wide a spread, too many surviving entities. Something's different this time.
I know.
Subject, Green, Elizabeth M., codename Mother. Recovered at Hope, Idaho, 7769. Operation Altruistic. Transferred to Fort Detrick on 8169 for containment. Held at Detrick, Ward F for 9 years, 2 months. 10-1-78. Transferred to containment at Governor's Island Medical Station, New York. Moved to Gentech Midtown Facility 1189 for study in Project Blacklight.
On my authority, allow 2 of the Penn Station bodies to be handed over to... Do you have a pen?
Go ahead.
St. Paul's Hospital.
The pathologist's name is
Dr. Ragland.
Director McMullen, you understand I need to report this.
Just do it.
Go on.
The subject is exhibiting symptoms of primary infection. We have confirmation from sniffer stations up and down the island. The strain it is carrying is unknown.
What kind of spread are we talking about here?
Thankfully, it seems incapable of crossing water bodies. We've sealed the island's exits. It can be fought here.
Burn the damn thing to the ground with the people in it. Fuck. And this woman comes out on fire and they just open up on her. And they're just laughing. I'm telling you, these guys are fucking Nazis, man.
Captain, the General is waiting.
1 minute, Corporal. Doctor. McMullen, just what the hell is this thing?
Captain, we don't know enough to say. Whatever Mercer is, he's more like green than not.
But why are they here? What purpose do they serve?
All I know is that if the virus achieves control, we won't be around to see the outcome.
So you place 100 families with just as many geographic backgrounds in one isolated locale for one reason. That's our cross-section. Maintained objectivity. It helps that the test subject does not know that he or she is taking part in a test.
Injecting it into chimps? This was Carnival 1, you understand. We got amazing results. Boosted intelligence, increased strength. We were all expecting something pretty dramatic and hope right after we introduced Carnival 2. What happened? Nothing.
Sir, how much longer do we have to put up with these amateurs?
Since your brain can't fathom why the Marines are here, I'll lay it bare. The old man brought them in for 2 reasons. They're the shock troops. They move in, take the losses, point out the enemy. We do the cleanup.
Sir.
Second, they're the public face of this occupation. When the city's burned to the ground, they take the fall.
Sir, I need your signature on these papers.
McMullen, you can see I'm busy. Stop talking about Mercer like he's the answer to our damn problems. He's a runner.
That's where you're wrong. No other runner in Blacklight's history has been male. Fact is, we don't know what he is.
I know what he's not. That's enough.
So what are we looking at here?
A computer projection of the vector spread. As you can see, 14 days out, the model explodes. The spread is extremely wide, far greater than the Hope outbreak ever achieved. What we think we're seeing is this: lower mortality rate and longer incubation periods. In short, we prepared for war with the wrong enemy. This is something new. McMullen is missing the point. He has no idea what this life form can do.
What do you mean?
The parasite he's created could be worse than Mercer himself. You can't just go play God and hope it'll all work out.
Its behavior seems to be changing.
The virus is acting in a manner not consistent with previous outbreaks. We have no idea why.
I've stopped this damn thing before. Stopped it dead. I'll do it again. We've been preparing for this moment for 40 years.
I don't know. We don't have all the data. Green seems to be the focus. The others, nothing more than puppets.
Sir, there's no scientific backing to support that.
Look, the centralized control is directed by the focus. It spreads, it thinks, it plans. 40 years of science says it can't be so, but tell me that isn't happening. A strike against the central carrier can decapitate the infection. I feel that in my gut. I don't need science to know that.
You have no idea what they're planning.
That doesn't make it right.
Listen! They won't risk it. Even McMullen isn't that stupid. I've got them in check.
Yeah. Problem is, they always struck me more as checkers players, Alex. What the hell else did they pull out of that place? I mean, she's bad enough. But what else is there?
No one talks about that. If you don't want to end up in a lime pit, I'd shut up. Right now.
Barges will be moved in as temporary storage for the dead. Strict security is to be kept on these piers. These are strict, no-access areas for anyone outside the group. When a barge is full, the contents will be incinerated. If this disease runs its full course, you can expect more than 4,000 barges.
Subjects McMullen, Raymond, and Raglan Bradley. Time 09:09:22.
Bradley, the corpses from Penn Station are infected with blacklight.
I warned you about bringing it into the city, Raymond.
Take appropriate precautions and remember, you're as culpable as us. We'll be watching.
Raymond?
Sir, we've got the USS Reagan on the comm.
This is Palace Command. What's your status, Citadel?
This is Citadel Command. All hands report stations ready. Jets fueled and ready for overflight of control zone.
Stand by for orders, Citadel.
Zeus's memory problem might be an advantage we can use. Familiar people, objects, places. These seem to restore memories to Zeus. This restoration is painful.
It can hurt Zeus?
During these moments, Zeus is vulnerable. The more we know about it, and the less it can discover, the better off we are. We can also get creative. We can lie.
1964, right? The Army built a town. They told people to test a self-sufficient base in case of a nuclear attack. They filled the town with a cross-section of ethnicities. Army families from all over. They told them it was progressive. They told them lots of things. And then something happened that was to test their faith.
Subject escaped at 22:30 hours after murdering 3 personnel. Shortly thereafter, it is believed it kidnapped an operative. It is infected with a variant of the blacklight virus, specifically DX1118, a substance whose effects on the human body are poorly understood at best. We have no clue what it is capable of.
Here's what's known. The subject could shift its body structure to an unknown degree. It can fashion portions of its body into a weapon, change its facial features, and perhaps even imitate voices and mannerisms. Long and short, it's a security nightmare.
We knew they were high up. Probably so high up that to see the office of the president, you have to look down.
And what did they have you working on?
Viruses. Odd viruses.
These viruses, would you classify them as biological weaponry?
It would be hard not to. It represents the most intriguing human carrier ever discovered to date. Its body produces hundreds of unique strains on a daily basis. Most are harmless, a few are deadly.
So what's it doing?
It's like it's evolving at a rapid pace. It's war dialing at a genetic level. It's becoming something else.
Go on.
The subject is exhibiting symptoms of primary infection. We have confirmation from sniffer stations up and down the island. The strain it is carrying is an unknown.
What kind of spread are we talking about here?
Thankfully, it seems incapable of crossing water bodies. We've sealed the island's exits. It can be fought here.
The red line is drawn. Nothing gets on or off the island without permission from Blackwatch Command.
Sir.
Gentlemen, we've prepared for this moment for 40 years. We will not fail.
Give me a report on the physical state of Codename Mother.
The subject has been incarcerated for 39 years without ill effect. Through this period, it has exhibited no degenerative effects. No joint decay, swelling, discomfort, or atrophy. Nothing. It is quite literally unaging. We have no idea how this is possible.
As of today, We are folded under control of 1st Biological Warfare Command out of Fort Detrick. They're calling the shots on this. I don't want any fucking lip. They tell you to jump, you jump. Do not mistake these guys for dabbers. They have seen serious shit in the past.
This briefing is Class A1. The Federal Emergency Prosecution Act applies. This is the situation as we understand it. The virus is centering around structures in the city we've designated hives. The infected gather biological material at these strong points for unknown reasons, possibly to generate new strains of the outbreak. What we do know is this. The integrity of the building is stronger, but not immune to attack. A sustained attack of sufficient force on the hive should destroy it.
Curtain of men in armor up the moment the call comes in. Overflights on the rivers are ready to pick off citizens trying to cross. Bridges are wired and blocked by armor.
Once we're primed, nothing unsanctioned gets on or off the island.
Washington can't do anything? They're declaring martial law. Don't they need...
You listen to me, Harvey. They don't need anything. They're in charge. They've been doing this for years. To them, this is just status quo.
This telephone call has been interrupted for national security reasons under the Emergency Powers Act.
Sir, off the record, who the hell are these Black Watch guys?
All you need to know is you'll be taking your cues from them.
I'm a Marine, sir. I'll do whatever is required. But off the record, what the hell are we dealing with here?
There's two types of war America doesn't want to find itself in, Major. One is nuclear. The other is the one we're fighting right here and now.
Getting the sample is just the first step.
What do you think you guys can cook up?
I have a few ideas, but I think we could do cancer. It grows, it replicates. Potentially, with a sample, we could engineer something that will throw it off its game, make it destroy itself.
Altruistic recovered several interesting anomalies from Hope. We've only let you see some.
I want access to Pariah.
I'm gonna forget you know what that is, Doctor. You don't have clearance. Always remember, you work for us. Escort the director out.
Sir, if you'll just follow me, Dr. McMullen.
Everyone except the research staff was exposed. The effects, which most thought would be severe, never appeared. No one could understand why, but the virus seemed to be inert in humans. Until the births. They were wrong, but it took 4 years for them to realize it. (11:10:01). Subjects Mercer, Alex J, and Parker Karen I.
If I'm going down, I'm not going alone.
Alex, listen, we can work this out.
It's too late for that.
What do you want, Alex? What can I do?
I want the truth. Where did she come from?
Blackwatch is lying. Something besides Elizabeth Green came out of Hope.
Do you recall her pelvic x-rays?
No.
Her hip bones indicated a pregnancy.
There's no record of pregnancy on her charts. Who would have the power to conceal that?
Welcome to the Marine Armor Training Center. There are 19 major systems in this Marine Armored Personnel Carrier, and over 25,000 moving parts. In the next 8 months, you will learn all of them. When you're done here, you'll be able to park that vehicle on top of an enemy position and blow the shit out of them. It's my job to get your shit in order. It's your job to shut the fuck up and learn.
Colonel Taggart has issued a lockdown order on the island. This comes down from on high. The old man is here calling the shots personally.
Sir!
I need men with ice water in their veins. Nothing crosses the red line.
These operators are out of merit, some fucking division or another. Blacker than black, these fucks. They got no rank, no fucking protocol, they're fucking barbarians. And they're in charge.
We have confirmation of the agent in 2 sampling stations.
That is a variant of DX-1118, still untyped.
In 10 to 15 hours, an outbreak is likely to appear. It is vital that fast action teams are on site within minutes of the first confirmation. We're here to make certain what happened in 1969 never happens again. You all know your duty, whatever it takes.
She wasn't infected naturally. She was a damn test subject.
We don't know that. This whole thing stinks. We're being set up. The results we've achieved, where do they go? They just vanish? What are you going to do?
Whatever I have to.
Parker, Karen I. DOB 1176. Doctorate, Genetics, Rutgers University, 7/2/2003. Hired, Gentech, Special Projects, 2/1/2002. Director, Genotyping, Level D Access, reported to Director McMullen, Raymond F. Romantically involved with Mercer, Alex J. Wanted for questioning. Subject is to be detained and transferred to Base 6 Charlie Alpha 1.
Yes, Private, you're guarding a hole in the fucking roof. You've been briefed about what we're up against. We're not secure until these skylights are sealed, so unless you want to pull shit patrol until your mama forgets what you look like, stand your sorry ass right here until you're told to do otherwise. Now move it! Sir!
We know Zeus has been spotted multiple times in this area, and we're breaking out some new tech to pin him down.
This unmanned aerial vehicle can detect the virus at less than 10 parts per million in open air. With it, we should be able to box Zeus in and destroy it.
The outbreaks seem to be centered around these areas. The focus, as we've seen, seems to be these buildings. Secure all marked areas for possible insertion of Director McMullen for direct study. He won't touch down until all sniffers read nominal and make sure none are destroyed.
Engagement protocols?
Anything it takes to clear the ground. When it's all clear, sound off.
Parker, Karen, wait here, please.
No need to. I forgot something. I need to grab it before they lock us out.
Wait here.
Parker, Karen, employee 218, attempting to enter into main lab.
Hey, stop! Halt! we gonna pull this one out of the fire?
I don't give a shit if it's Hope, Two Bluff, New York, or fucking DC. We burn out the infection until it's done, whatever the cost.
Sir.
New York ain't shit in the face of the other option. Just burn it. Just fucking burn it. Burn it all until it's clean.
So he's swinging behind the plane as it's trying to limp across the Hudson.
Yeah.
And it's waggling its wings like, don't shoot! I had tone like a mile out. Boom!
I've been through 3 wars in this tank. I can move through city streets or open desert. Ain't nothing that can stop her. And if anything gets in my way, well, damn, I just go over it.
What if this parasite gets out of Mercer?
That's not our concern.
We're supposed to be stopping these things, not manufacturing new ones.
I've seen this footage before.
But you weren't paying attention. Watch it again. He uses the code to open the door right after consuming the target. That code was only known to 3 people. What if Zeus is collecting minds like a child collects moths? What if he has access to everything anyone he consumes has seen, done, or heard? This would explain several things. Its knowledge of Blackwatch tactics, its ability to pilot aircraft in armor, something Mercer had no training in, as well as its uncanny skill in rooting out sleeper personnel. This would also be very, very bad for all of us at Blackwatch.
You could eat this stuff, and it wouldn't do a thing.
Well, how the hell are they going to field this stuff?
Just like Agent Orange.
Oh, what the hell is this shit? Looks like paprika stinks like ass.
Stow it, and get those tanks loaded on the chopper. Whatever it is, you better get used to it. They're spraying it over the city, and us.
Oh, hell.
Karen, let me help you. We're all in very deep here. There's only one way out. Cooperation. And if you assist us, you're free and clear. A ticket anywhere you want, and a top-level assignment. And if you don't, there's nothing I can do for you. Listen, Karen, whatever he is now, he's not the man you knew. He's something else.
I want a lawyer.
Captain Lim. At East Trooper, get on the horn and tell them we've secured the Penn Station bodies. I'm taking the heavy armor to destroy a hive. Get control points up in this area, then rendezvous with us at Gentech.
Yes, sir.
What the hell happened in there?
Team 1 dropped comm just after they entered the holding cell area.
That's it. Close it off. No one goes in or comes out of the Gentech building. I want it sealed with level 4 protocols.
What were we keeping from them? Everything.
Go on.
This source. It's the key to genetics, but it's also a machine, churning out the worst viruses ever seen. Things that, if they got out of the lab, could literally erase human civilization as we know it.
And how did that make you feel?
I wasn't paid to feel.
First general order.
When in doubt, shoot to kill.
Second.
No clearance, no passage.
Third.
Nothing crosses the red line, sir.
Codename Mother exhibits odd characteristics not consistent with DX1118 infection. Whether this represents a natural immunity or something more remains to be seen.
So, what does this mean to our research?
We all agree she represents the best chance we have to crack the virus's defenses.
You've seen our order to isolate the subject on site, sir, from General Randall himself.
She's more than some test subject. You have no idea what she represents. Don't try and run this like some exercise. We need to move her out of the city, now.
What is it we're looking at here?
The future. As amazing as it seems, he can manipulate his body on the genetic level. The changes are instantaneous. Everything, even the clothing, is imitated. Tissue differentiated and transformed on the fly. I want it on a slab. I need to know what makes it tick.
Doctor, try to keep the discussion high level. We need to know what we're dealing with on the ground.
Its effect is variable. When it does manifest, it makes the Idaho strain look like the common cold. I don't need to remind you gentlemen how close we came to the point of no return in Idaho. Mercer's body is a bomb, filled with this weaponized pathogen waiting to go off. And now it's loose in the city. Bring it in, no matter what it takes. I'd say dead or alive, but I'm not sure if those classifications fit Alex Mercer any longer.
When we hunt, we kill. No one is safe. Nothing is sacred. We are Blackwatch. We are the last line of defense. We will burn our own to hold the red line. It is the last line to ever hold.
Piloting a Grey Goose is a tough job. Swinging a 25,000-pound heli down to safe touchdown on 7th Avenue, now that is another thing altogether. Lucky I'm just that damn good.
This weapon is to be given the highest priority. I want it in the field yesterday.
We're producing it as fast as we can. The Harlem facility is getting up to speed as we speak.
Good. We may have just caught a break. Dismissed.
They'd come in just as happy as you please. Hell, they'd roll up the damn sleeves for you.
What were you injecting him with? And when was this?
That was the summer of 1963. Damn it if I know what it was. All I know is I didn't want it injected into me.
Just give me rough projections on Marine casualties.
Approximately 1,000 to 2,500.
Total?
No, sir. Per week.
Sir,
Director McMullen surrendered the bodies to a civilian.
Ragland?
Yes, sir.
You did the right thing, son. Your new orders are this. Recover all samples, bodies, and evidence from Dr. Ragland. Bring them to base AE-1.
Ragland?
If he doesn't interfere, leave him be. He's already implicated. He won't talk.
And McMullen, sir.
It's time for the doctor to learn who's in charge of this little excursion. I've stopped this damn thing before. Stopped it dead. Hope Idaho was just a sacrificial lamb. Necessary cruelty. Shoot anything that moves. No one comes in, nothing gets out.
Sir, the walkers have sealed themselves in the hospital. We have orders to liquidate the entire population.
The mother and child are now military assets. And I just made general officer.
All of this, everything here, we've been preparing to fight the wrong war. We can't beat this. We need to pull out and deal with it at a distance.
Taggart, I put you in charge because I trust you to do what needs to be done. Cut the heart out of the infection.
Sir, the position is untenable. These things, they're beyond our abilities.
I don't want to hear one more excuse from you. You get your ass back into the field and get it done. Or don't come back.
Stole that shit, Corporal. Get her in the vehicle. You, rendezvous at 2200 at Bryant Park.
Sir!
Keep your eyes open. There's a runner on the loose. Move, move!
Fucking goose-stepping motherfuckers!
Kiss your mother with that mouth?
Roger, 2215 Christopher Street, apartment 15A. Got it.
Saddle up. You got a CP. Move it.
The target exhibits a classic low-effect personality. Psychopathic disregard for others, narcissistic worldview punctuated by self-obsessive disorders.
Okay. Now how about somebody repeat that in English?
We told them we'd be introducing compounds into the town that simulated fallout, that we wanted to track it in the population. Harmless stuff.
This was the cover story?
One of them. It made it easy to take samples and run tests. No one asked questions. Everyone was happy to help.
What's the situation with Mercer?
The subject is wanted in connection with treasonous activities against the United States and our allies. As of last night, Alex Mercer is the #1 terrorist threat in the United States.
What do you think goes on in her head?
Nothing. Her brain was fried by the virus.
She seems...
Yeah.
It seems like she's waiting for something.
Sir, we've got a priority situation in New York.
The Idaho runner?
Something else. Sir?
Get the old man on the horn. I want 2 battalions ready to move from Dietrich. Full gear. It's starting again.
They grabbed an entire apartment block and dragged them into some holding pen they had set up. They're doing that all over the city. Fuck. Starting to wonder when it's our turn.
Here's case file. Fire break.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
Sir, will it
be necessary?
If it comes down to it, just do your job, son. Everything else is in God's hands.
The process is this. We remove a small amount of blood from the subject. Her blood is always teeming with variants of the virus. These samples are the key to our research. They could cure every ailment known to man.
Or incite them.
What kind of situations are these things suited for?
They've been trained to specifically counteract viral targets. They are highly mobile, super strong, resilient, and capable of going toe-to-toe with even the strongest infected.
Close combat?
It's what they're made for, sir.
Sir, we've re-established contact with the target.
You screwed me, McMullen. Is this Alex? End this. Come in. Now.
Why didn't you tell me where this sample came from?
I couldn't, Alex. I couldn't risk it.
Yeah, well, you fucked up.
McMullen, Raymond F., DOB 11055. Doctor of Genetics, University of Pennsylvania, 72175, founded Gentech, 11176. After publication of a paper on non-coding sequences in junk DNA in 1989, was approached by Blackwatch to direct research into DX1118 strain A. For the past 19 years, Blackwatch has been a silent partner in Gentech. McMullen remains the preeminent expert on the nature of the Black-like virus. Current status, possible security risk, targeted by codename Zeus.
What's the word on the new round of test subjects?
Sir, they're testing off the charts. No ill effects at present. No evidence of the unmodified virus.
Prep them for field deployment ASAP.
Sir, I don't think we're ready.
You're not paid to think.
While Mother represents what we think is a simple carrier, something we've seen time and again, Pariah is unique.
Why is that exactly?
There are several intriguing anomalies. For one, the subject is male. Secondly, it exhibits no evidence of carrying any virus. However...
Yes?
However, we're not at all certain what it is.
Last I saw, he was running from the building.
Was he carrying anything?
I don't know. His laptop? I think he was carrying his laptop.
Anything else?
I don't know. I can't tell you what I don't know.
I believe green is some sort of trigger. Imagine life on Earth as a single organism. The disease she releases could be something like a hormone in the body, causing change, shifting the organism.
In this case, shifting life on Earth?
Yes, changing it.
Into what?
Indeed. Into what?
In your best recollection, what was the most important discovery in Carnival 2? Between 1965 and 1968, 27 births occurred in Hope, Idaho. All tested positive for something like DX1118. These children represented something not seen before. They were infected with the virus in the womb, but when they were born, they were carrying something else.
I bet you 2 cartons they have a hell of a bunch of missiles pointed right here at good old NYC.
Damn.
Don't sweat it. We won't even know it when it happens.
We've never seen a pathogen with 99.9% mortality rates.
99.999. It's fast, too. By day 3, it had taken over 70% of the town. The remaining citizens were then forcibly infected. In the first month, half of the population died from the virus, but the illusion of an uninfected town remained intact.
When the material is introduced, even at less than 10 parts per million, it hampers the normal biological processes of any infected subject.
How much of this stuff can we get?
Once the plant is fully online, the question is, how much do you want?
Green, Elizabeth A., had known associations with 6 of the 27 Hope children. It is unclear if this was the source of her exposure to the DX1118 variant. What is known is this. Green's infection coincides within 2 days of the death of the last Hope child, Alan Michael K., DOD 8668, age 2 years, 2 months.
Date of birth, 2/21/60. MD, John Hopkins, 11/186. Hired Gentech Special Projects 9987. Left Gentech 12/1/92 after refusing to work on blacklight. Currently employed City of New York pathologist St. Paul's. Under surveillance since 1992. Current status, considered a low priority risk. Potential asset, with the correct leverage.
Due to the nature of the virus, extensive surgical modification not possible on other personnel was performed on the decodes. Bulletproof steel inserts were placed beneath the skin of all major soft tissue areas. The healing capacity of the virus makes such enhancements not only advantageous, but extremely efficient.
Phone call, 122104. Subjects Randall, Peter, McMullen, Raymond. Topic Mercer, Alex J.
This, Risk, Mercer. What's his status?
Yeah, he's under 24-hour watch.
And he still has access to Green?
For now, yes. His work has been fundamental in unlocking the Blacklight virus.
You keep him on a tight leash. You know what's at stake here.
Director McMullen pushed for the weaponization of the sample.
And who did he employ to perform this unauthorized research?
Sir, I have no idea. We had no access to the Blacklight lab. This place is a network of need-to-know silos.
Under heavy assault, 10-1. Lost 30, 40% of the defensive force at the stadium. Hold that ground, sir. 6-1. 6-1. Radio command. Tell them the stadium's been compromised.
This substance, what will its effect be on Zeus?
Mercer is different from the average infected, but he does share a similar biology. In my opinion, it will infect him much like it does those tainted with the Blacklight virus.
Will it kill it?
It's too soon to tell.
Subject Pariah, removed to clean room at Vandenberg Air Force Base on 8/1/69 as main test subject in Project Crusade. Subject exhibits unusual biological activity, responsible for 5 deaths in 34 years of captivity. Unlike Mother, Pariah exhibits no physical symptoms of blacklight infection. Operation Altruistic began 7/5/69. Elements of the 1st Biohazard Threat Unit, now called Blackwatch, out of Fort Detrick. The force encountered resistance from infected individuals on the outskirts of Hope, Idaho. After a prolonged skirmish, the town was shelled. It was then recaptured. 2 survivors. 1, Green, Elizabeth A., age 19 years. 2, male child, identity classified beyond top secret.
You'll hear a lot of crap about where the group started, Lieutenant, but I'll give you the lay of the land.
Sir.
Son, how do you fight a war?
Sir?
You engage the enemy. In our case, the virus. We couldn't just sit back and study it. We had to experience it. No one had seen anything like it in action before.
Hope, Idaho?
Hope, Idaho was just a sacrificial lamb. Necessary cruelty. Without it, we could not save the world.
I understand, sir.
Of course you do. That's why you're one of us.
You can't keep me here. I know my rights.
Maybe, but you obviously don't know much about martial law. You have the right to be ventilated. I have the right to burn your home and shoot your dog. Do you understand your rights as I have read them to you?
Yes, please.
Then shut the fuck up.
Hey, Blue Boy, get your men out of here.
Thank God you guys are here.
Get your men out now.
Guys, we're done. Let's let the professionals handle it.
What I'm saying is that the subject entered the station with the intent on releasing the weapon.
Are you certain?
Yes, sir. I have no doubt.
How many people were exposed?
In the station, sir? I don't know. Hundreds? Thousands? I don't know.
To get out of there.
We got Mercer on Vox, tracing.
I don't care what they're saying.
We got him. 30th and 7th, moving. On his cell. Sending the squad. Plainclothes.
Go ahead. Sergeant Paulin and myself observed Marine Apache Charlie 1 head out of the corridor. And we are fairly certain it was hijacked. When it was fired upon, we saw it. It? Sir, the pilot, he leapt out of the aircraft. And he hit the ground running, sir.
Substance A113A, which we call blood tox due to its odd coloration, is a poison which only affects the blacklight virus.
Side effects?
It shouldn't affect humans at all.
I'm not cleared to speak to you about that.
What if the entire purpose of the Hope outbreak was to breed something new? There were 14 aborted attempts, the Hope children. But only the final result, Pariah, survived. What if this is the start of change on a massive scale?
All births post-1965 ended in the death of the child from unforeseen genetic defects. Before these deaths, each so-called Hope child exhibited something exceptional. The genetic disorders which claimed their lives were unique. It was almost like the virus was trying to achieve something and failing. Once insinuated into the system, it affects the protein encoding regions of the promoter introns within each cell. In short, it enters, repurposes, and changes the cell. The new cell replicates with formerly dormant non-coding regions active, causing drastic biological changes. More often than not, these changes are too drastic. In 99.9% of the cases, the biology of the organism fails during this repurposing, causing massive organ failure and death. From first infection to death varies per target, but it's usually measured in days or hours.
This variant they've injected into the decodes, it's 3 weeks old. We shouldn't be putting it out in the field.
At this point, I don't think it'll make much of a difference.
This is classified beyond top secret. Project Blackwatch, established 6/9/62 by DARPA and the Department of the Army. Base of operations, Fort Detrick, Maryland. Mandate: research and development of biological weaponry for use against foreign powers. Following Operation Altruistic on 7/7/69, Blackwatch's mandate has changed. It is now detect, conceal, and prevent outbreaks of unknown viruses, both man-modified and natural, on American soil. Blackwatch operates in secret. Officially, they do not exist. Their task is thankless, but necessary in this age of modern warfare. You are now one of them. Codename Mother and codename Pariah tested. Mother yielded 14 variants of the DX1118 virus. Pariah tested negative for all viral agents. Subjects were moved to separate secure facilities for extended study. They represent our last chance of learning anything from Project Carnival 2.
You were in special projects? What were you working on?
We didn't know what we were working on. I mean, I pieced it together finally, but by then I was hooked. It was beautiful. It kept changing. It was the single most complicated viral structure I'd ever seen. All in all, I made good time. It only took me 3 years to make it more dangerous by a factor of 10. Morality was not my job. Modifying chimeric viruses was. I wasn't in field applications, I was in engineering.
Sir, I have a priority intercept.
I'm taking out some insurance.
You didn't take it out of the lab, did you?
Yeah. I have it here on me. Wait. Fuck. I gotta go.
Why the fuck are they shooting at us? They're supposed to be on our side. Damn! That is it, man. I'm out of here. I'm gonna smoke anything that ain't a Marine.
Everyone, shut up! I have an announcement. First, these people infected with the virus, they're dead already. Keep your distance, and if they rush you, you shoot to kill.
Cap, when's the cavalry getting here?
Second, the cavalry. We're it.
I don't understand the significance.
Pariah may be the only thing that can stop Mercer and Green. They may not let me know what he is, but I can guess. If Green was an imperfect release of non-coding regions of the genome, and Mercer was something more, what if Pariah was a perfect realization of all the non-coding regions in the genome? It may be the final purpose of all life on Earth.
So you're wondering what Pariah is to Elizabeth Green?
The more interesting question is this. What does Pariah have in common with Alex Mercer? I have my theories. Mercer might be the artificial activation of non-coding regions, something achieved by genetic manipulation. Pariah is a natural release of things buried in the genome. I have a feeling it might be extraordinarily bad if they ever met face to face.
Idaho, Operation Carnival 2. Began 6/11/64, ended 7/7/69. 461 subjects infected with DX1118 variant A. 998 days of no reported infection. Outbreak occurred 8/8/68. Town recaptured 7/7/69. Operation Altruistic. Examination of the infected individuals revealed a new strain of DX1118 not seen before. This is thought to be the source of the Hope outbreak.
This ain't just one guy, man, I'm telling you.
What the hell do you think is going on?
Gotta be a bunch of them. All in that hoodie getup, running all around town causing shit. Mercer, Alexander J., parents divorced, one sibling, doctorate genetics, Columbia University, hired Gentech, special projects, associate director, department classified, level A access, reported to Director McMullen, Raymond. Current status, assigned codename Zeus, priority 1A target, responsible for the release of the Blacklight virus in New York. Do not approach.
Listen up. You're the first of our group to go into the field and confront the virus directly on its own terms.
Orders?
The old man wants Mercer's head on a platter. Doesn't care how. You'll be priority on strike package intel.
Report on Project Decode. Virus variant DX1120. Injected into 161 test subjects. No fatalities. Virus replication and regrowth of the organism completed in less than 2 days. Subjects show increased metabolic rate, dramatic strength and reaction increases. No side effects manifested to date.